lines are, well, they're full. But call anyway. We're going to go right to Minnesota now and kick it off with William from Minnesota. Hello, William. Thanks for the call. You are live.
Awesome. How are you doing, Dr. Glidden?
Pretty good. Thanks for the call, man.
Yes. Calling today because I've got a seriously unstable shoulder. It just falls out of socket at least a couple times a month.
A month?
Oh, yeah. We're bad.
Man, how did it happen? I mean, what was the original insult?
It was a little bit of a scrapping incident a few years back, and I like to skateboard a lot, too. So over the years, it's kind of just got real bad, and I actually went, before I found out about longevity, I had a surgery, labral tear, repair.
Ouch. Was it a complete tear all the way through or partial?
I was told it was ripped up pretty good, yeah, like a full tear.
Yeah. Well, you need surgery. You need surgery when the ligament or the tendon or whatever the hell you want to call it. I don't care if it's a ligament, tendon, connective tissue. If it's torn all the way through, then the only thing that's going to reattach that I'm aware of is surgery. Now, if it's just ripped a little bit, then nutrition will fix it. But either way, the addition of a solid state nutritional program is only going to help. And, you know, there's a certain amount of stress, right, that's going to break anything. I mean, you can apply enough stress to a steel I-beam and snap it in two. It has to be a considerable amount of stress to do that, but you can do it. So, you know, when we see consistent ligament laxness or consistent ligament weakness, in your case, then the first thing to consider, notwithstanding the trauma that you've done to it and, you know, the hard knocks that you've already given that part of your body, we need to strengthen that part of your body, right? I mean, that's just prudent and wise. So in order to, by the way, before I forget, man, does it hurt like a son of a gun when that shoulder pops out? What's that like, man?
I've described it to like a little Wolverine, kind of just tearing everything out.
Oh, man. So can you put it back in yourself, or do you need help?
Real bad ones, I've had to go to ER a couple times. Otherwise, yeah, I've had a couple dozen times where I've just kind of manipulated it back into socket. And, yeah, it hurts for hours and hours. It's just weak. Yeah. This last time was Saturday, and I couldn't sleep Sunday night. Had to go to ER Monday, had an x-ray, and they told me that it was still in a sublux position because of chronic subluxation.
Do you live alone? Do you live with anybody?
I live with a girlfriend.
All right. Well, I would teach her how to put the shoulder joint back into place. You might even want to go to find a good chiropractor or somebody that's versatile in physical medicine, because there's a particular technique that you can use to put the shoulder back in joint. And if you teach her the technique, it's going to save you a lot of time and trouble moving forward, because this is not an overnight fix, right? What we're up to here is kind of like, you know, what's a good metaphor? It's growing a flower. You know, you don't just plant a tomato seed on Monday and on Friday you're eating a tomato, right? It takes a couple of months for that baby to grow and then to ripen on the vine until it's good enough to eat. Well, healing the body is similarly a process rather than an event. It's going to take at least 90 days. It might take 6 months for you to come all the way around full circle into the wonderful land of ligament, you know, stability and structure and strength. And into the bargain, in the intervening time, it's probably going to pop out again. So if you can have your girlfriend have a clue about what to do to help you put it back in, then life is going to be much easier for you. All right, so what's your current body weight?
About 190.
Okay, and how tall are you?
6'1".
So that's a good weight for you, right?
Yeah, I feel pretty fit. I mean, everything else is, we don't need to get into everything else.
Well, look, man, everything's connected, so give me a clue here.
Geez, I've had ACL replacement, two herniated discs in my lower back,
Yeah, so you got connective tissue stuff all over the place. You have restless legs at night in bed or high blood pressure?
Restless legs I've suffered from, yeah.
Yeah, it's all the same thing, man. It's all different arms of the same octopus. Hang with me through this break, and I'll tell you what to do to support and promote the structure and function of your cartilaginous body. When we come back, thanks for logging in, logging on, tuning in, tuning on, finding your way here. All of my Canadian viewers are up in arms. There's only 33 million people in Canada, not 100, not 100. All right, this is why we call it teamwork. Calm down up there. 33 million Canucks, 378 million Americans, every single one of us in trouble, unless, of course, we are members of Longevity, and that's why William from Minnesota is calling. He has long-standing ligament and tendon weakness issues. And I got to tell you something, William, it ain't because you have a bad gene, and it ain't because, you're too physically active. It's because you have a bad doctor. And all that the MDs have for this, bless their hearts, for goodness sake. Forget I said that. Thank God for Novocaine. That's what I meant to say. The MDs have gone out of their way to put myself and my colleagues behind bars so they can all go pound sand. They might be wonderful human beings, but they have aligned themselves with a profession that is despicable and that they should be ashamed to be a member of. But don't get me started. So, right around 100 pounds, buddy, in order to support and promote the structure and function of your ligaments and tendons, here's what I want to tell you to do, but I got a question before. Do you ever have an allergic reaction to lobster or clams or shrimp?
I can't say that I have.
And you've eaten those, right? You've eaten at least shrimp in the past, shrimp cocktail or some type of shellfish, right?
Correct.
Okay. All right. So the reason that I ask is that two of the supplements that I'm going to recommend that you take in order to support and promote the structure and function of your ligaments, tendons, and joints have shellfish in them. And if you're allergic to shellfish, then you're going to have trouble with these supplements. But since you're not, you're good to go. So here's the recommendation. You're going to need two. Are you in pain, by the way? Is pain like a constant companion, or does it only come and go when the shoulder goes out?
No, me and pain walk hand in hand through most everything we do.
Ouch. Okay, so the recommendation in my perfect world would be per month, 2 healthy bone and joint packs. You know what? I'm going to scratch that. Let me recalculate this. That's going to be too much CM cream. So I want you to do 1 healthy start pack. 2. Like, somebody give me a drink, for goodness sake. 2 healthy start packs. 2 healthy start packs. 2 healthy start packs. 4 bottles of selenium. 4 bottles of selenium and 3 bottles of glucogel at the 240 count. 3 glucogel, 240, 4 selenium, 2 healthy start packs, and 1 bottle of CM, like Charlie Michael CM cream. And you can apply the CM cream topically above the joints that are in pain. This really, I've heard it anecdotally be successfully used for many different types of pain, but the only pain that I've really consistently seen it kick the butt of is pain in the ligaments and joints due to arthritic stress, right? So you can use the CM cream topically as needed in order to try to knock down the pain response, the inflammatory response, while we are supporting and promoting the structure and function of the ligaments and joints from the inside out. And we're going to do that with 2 healthy start packs, 4 bottles of selenium, 3 glucogel a month. Now, I don't know how much you've been listening to this program or how far along the learning curve you are, so forgive me if what I'm about to say is redundant, okay? But what we're attempting to do here is fill up the nutritional tank so that we give your body the raw materials it needs to get the job done. It only makes sense that while we're filling the tank up, you stop eating food that's punching holes in that tank, because otherwise we're peeing into the wind, right? We're going to be 3 steps forward, 3 steps backwards. So, in addition, to taking these nutritional supplements, you would be wise, William, to eliminate the 10 bad foods from your diet. There are 10 foods that we have identified as delivering net negative results to the human body, and you can get that list for free if you don't have it already. Sign up for my free monthly newsletter, and when you do that, you will get a copy of the good food, bad food list for free, plus access to a little video that I produce that explains why. And your job is to eliminate all 10 foods that are on the bad list and take these nutritional supplements every day. And you want to give yourself 90 days, 90 days on this program before you judge it up or down, right? 90 days. Most people feel something within the first 3-4 weeks. But because you've had such long-standing trouble, you know, it might take you a while for this to kick in because there's a significant amount of weakness and damage that we have to get on the other side of. But nonetheless, the last thing I want to tell you, William, is that this is not specifically a ligament and tendon and joint fix. This is a William from Minnesota fix. So as we're moving downstream, right, this is what the word holistic means. This is what it means. That this program is delivered to your entire body. Because everything's connected, man. So moving forward, right, you want to pay attention. Well, in addition to how your shoulder does and your ligaments and joints and tendons everywhere else, well, how's your energy? How's your mood? How's your sleep? How's your appetite? How's your sex drive? How's your, muscular aerobic endurance, right? How does all of that stuff flesh out as we're moving forward over time? And so that needs to be kind of your just keep that in your crosshairs for 90 days, and I think that's a good program. Any questions?
Well, yeah, I've actually been on, just half of the program you listed there for a couple months, and just like you said, I mean, everything is improving except for the shoulder.
So which half were you not on?
Well, I'm on the Healthy Start Pack, just one a month, and a liquid bottle of glucogel, and I've also got CM cream.
All right. Well, another thing that you can do. All right. Well, so then if there's a budgetary thing here, then go to the grocery store and buy as much Jell-O as you can. Buy as much Jell-O as you can and start eating Jell-O like a son of a gun. I mean, I'm serious. Start eating Jell-O like a son of a gun, because there's stuff in gelatin. Nox gelatin, if you can stomach it, just unflavored gelatin all by itself would be the best thing for you to have. But notwithstanding that, just get some Jell-O and start eating the crap out of it. I mean, make frozen Jell-O and eat it all of the time. Like, eat those little ice cubes of frozen Jell-O, because that's the stuff that your joints need. Isn't that interesting? And also, when you eat chicken, save the bones and the carcass and make a soup out of it, and boil the crap out of it, and try to leach everything you can out of the chicken bones. When you buy orange juice, make sure it's calcium fortified orange juice, right? There's a number of ways you can kind of up the ante here on a fixed income.